Hey everyone, in this video we're going to be reassembling the Craftsman snowblower and getting it to look more like a snowblower than a project. So the first part we're going to reinstall is going to be the chute. So I put the two halves together off camera. It was pretty self-explanatory, so I didn't think I would need to show it. So let's get it back on. And again, it's with the 3 1/2-inch bolts. Alright, so to get the chute on, you need the bolts here. And I already finger tightened one of them. So I'm just going to loosen this. Take off all the washers and put it through here. Then put the washers back on the outside. I can probably turn the chute to make it a bit easier, but whatever. There we go. Now let me just do this to the other couple sides and then I'll turn you back on when we're ready to install the next part. Alright, the next part we're going to install is this kind of shifter panel thing. I also got a new shift knob. So first thing I'm going to do is cut this zip tie and then set this on top and line up all the bolts. Alright, so I just loosely put this on and I remembered that you have to take out these bolts and put it through here first. So now we're going to put in the long bolts in the front and then we're going to put the short ones in the hold in the shifter. So it goes like this. Make sure you get the square in the hole. That's good. Now we're going to put the washer and nut back on. And then we're going to tighten it. Same for the other side. Get it here. Undo it. And we're going to install the throttle cable last because I have to replace it with a different one. Because when this thing hasn't, right now it's way too short. And we have to like tune it up because it does not like to start. Like at all. Which is kind of frustrating. Especially if you want to sell it like I do. So let me get a smaller ratchet and we can tighten those up. And to tighten up the bolts you need a 7/16 socket. Maybe the camera will focus here. And I got a 1/4 inch ratchet and now we're going to tighten up the bolts from the bottom here. Nice and tight. And the same for the other side. Oh, and we're also going to remove the stickers at the end of the video because it's just really satisfying. Whoa. Here, let me lower you guys so you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, so we tighten this bolt up here, so there we go. Next we're going to put the bolts in for that guy. And then we're going to put in the bottom covers. Alright, now it's the hard part because we have to tighten the bolts that are in here. And I can't get the ratchet. So we have to use one of these combination wrenches. Alright, now we're going to thread on a new shift knob onto here. So there we go. Something like that. Oh. Might have to glue it on because the threads are kind of worn out. But oh well. Now what we're going to do is put on the bottom covers. Alright, so for the bottom like panel bolts, you need a 3/8 socket and then just tighten it like this. Like that, and then there's 6 of them, so do that for both sides. Alright, now we're going to work on the throttle cable. So first we're going to have to remove this panel, which the other screws have already fallen out, so there's only 2 Phillips screws holding it on. Like one there, one over here. You gotta set them over here. And there's a choke knob that you have to pull off. So just pry it out like that. Set that up there. And that should pull off. Yours may have a wire from the switch, but mine doesn't. And for our throttle, we have to remove, sorry, tripod's being a little weird. We have to remove that screw right there that holds in the cable. Then we can put in our new cable and attach the controller thing to the panel. So we're gonna loosen up this screw here, then pull our throttle control out. Might take me a few tries. All right, so I've got a new cable in the controller up there. Now we have to pull this down into the clamp, which is since turned. So we're gonna have to hold that with our finger, and make sure when you do this that you set the cable so all the way to slow means you gotta push it all the way up to slow and off, and then you can tighten it because that will set it in the correct spot. And you can always fine tune it later, but this is like a baseline first. And if you tighten this like really tight, then you can check it by going like this and seeing how far it moves, which this one doesn't yet. Probably because I tightened it too much, or it's just bent. So let me work at this for a minute, and then I'll turn you back on when I get it to work. All right, guys. Now I'm going to hold the new throttle cable up to here and see where I have to drill the holes in that thing to make it bolt up with these holes on there. All right, so I've drilled the holes in here and the throttle thing, and I put the bolts in. Now all we have to do is tighten them. So I'm gonna hold them from the bottom with this nut driver and tighten them from the top with this Phillips screwdriver. Let me get that in there. And we'll go from here. Then just tighten this on both screws. This should work pretty good, I think. Now for this one, works. Sweet. Now let's maybe put a little bit of oil on it so that it works a little better. And then we'll rip all the tape off and see how all the stickers look. All right, so I actually want to see if I can tune the carburetor to get it to start a little bit easier because it does not like to start. Let's do a cold start here. We'll choke. 3 primes. Well, 1 prime's probably good enough. We'll go kind of mid throttle, like right there. Choke out. I want to try messing with the screw to see if I can get it to idle. All right, so I'm going to try resetting the idle screw. So we're going to turn it all the way in and then out 1 1/4 turns. So there's 1/2, 1 1/4. Now we're going to see if it'll idle. Okay, let's see if it runs now. Alright, so as you just saw, I tuned it a little bit. Now we're gonna reinstall the side cover and then take off all the stickers and see how it looks. Alright, now it's the fun part where we're gonna take off all the stickers, all the tape, and see what the stickers look like under it. That's looking pretty terrible so far. You get the idea. Let me do the other side. Okay, well the sides look pretty terrible, so I'm gonna paint over them. But so far, that one, and that one look pretty good. Now I'm gonna do the triangles that are on each side. All right, so here's the finished product. All the stickers are removed. Looks pretty good. The chute looks nice. This is my personal favorite part right here. This panel, I like how it looks. Yeah, just walk around here. Then we're gonna start it up and I guess drive it to my backyard. Guys, that's gonna do it for this one. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.